G'day guys, Aaron here. So today we're going to be looking at the E Minor Pentatonic Scale and the 5 box patterns that go with it. Now all of these box patterns are applicable to any other minor pentatonic scale. As long as you know where the root note is, you can shift it. So why the pentatonic scale? Because it's a very popular scale and it sounds good, and it gets widely used across different styles of music, from perhaps rock, blues, heavy metal, guitar players from Randy Rhoads, Ace Frehley, Tony Iommi, Andy James is a bit more of a newer, like heavy metal guitar player. Everyone. It's such a widely used scale. It's pretty important for any guitar player to know how to play. So let's get started. So the first thing is it's a 5-tone scale. Each note is, well, call it tone, and each note is also going to be a starting point for the next box pattern. Just remember that when we're playing these, alternate picking, so down, up, okay? And I'll be walking you through suggested fingerings. That's not mandatory, but I highly recommend that you use these scales using these fingers. Of course, these ones. So, alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first box pattern uses all of the open strings. So we're going to have open E, G with our third finger, open A, B, second finger, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, okay? And if you want you can finish it E, G, E. A little quicker. Now when you learn any scale, you want to do it both ascending and descending, and don't forget the alternate picking. Okay, so the second note of that scale was G. G now becomes the first note in the second box pattern, and we're going to slowly start working our way across the neck. So now G with our second finger, A with our little finger, B, first finger, D, E, G, A with our first finger, B with our third finger. Now we go to the second string and we use the same fingers, and we're going to have D, E, G, A, G, E. A little quicker. And whenever you finish a scale or a phrase in music, always try and put a little bit of vibrato on, so you're just gently pulling the string, in this case down. If you pull it up, same sound. Okay, second note of that pattern was the A note. So now we're going to be starting on A on the 5th fret, and second finger again. Little finger again on the B note. So same fingers on the A string. D, E, G, A. Fingers 1 and 4 now. B, D, E, G, A, B. So it just sounds finished. If I don't finish it on E, or the root note, it just doesn't sound finished. But as soon as I have, it sounds finished. Sounds finished. Sounds nice and complete. Okay, so the second note of that pattern was B. So now we're going to have B, D, using fingers 1 and 4. Okay. E, G, fingers 1 and 3. A, B, D, E. Now, see how I've sort of moved in then as I change strings? D, E, G, A, and using fingers 1 and 3. Now this is a little bit of an odd one because you do want to get that jump back to the B note. B, D, E, oh sorry, B, A, G, E. Okay, so together. Okay. Second note of that pattern was D. So now we're on the 5th box pattern. Now this is a really easy one. It's going to start off with fingers 2 and 4 over D, E, G, A. Now move across to the D string. We've got the B note, D note, fingers 1 and 4, E, G, back to fingers 1 and 3. Get that. Okay, so finish there. So now we're back on the E. So we've covered our 5 box patterns. So now we're going to be playing position 1 again, but 1 octave higher, okay? So now we're starting on the 12th fret. Okay, so now we're going to have our first finger is going to be playing every note across the 12th fret. So it's going to be E, G, A, B, fingers 1 and 3, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, G, E. So this scale position here is kind of the money maker. This is one where a lot of songs have been written. Even though it's in a different key and uses the blues scale, you can see there it is. Same idea. Okay, so this is important stuff. Now position 2, which started at the 3rd fret, will work 1 octave higher, starting again on the 15th fret. And it's important too, as you play these further up the neck, use the exact same fingers, because if you don't, it's a fantastic way to confuse yourself. It's like learning the scale all over again. Just take your time. There's your root note again. So if you want to, go up to, what will this be? Position 3, which we played over here at the 5th fret. Okay, if we play that now, 12 frets higher, 1 octave higher, we'll be at the 17th fret. If you want to, you can go up again and again. I think we'll leave it there for today, but look, whenever you're practicing any scale, use a metronome. Make sure you use alternate picking. Even if your intentions aren't to be a super fast guitar player, alternate picking is just good technique. And there are people like perhaps Paul Gilbert, Michelangelo Badio, and they're just 2 examples of people that have had just a really good picking technique and pretty much developed a career around having a good picking technique. So It's highly, highly important. And like I said, use a metronome. If you don't like using a metronome, perhaps get some drum loops or a drum machine and just set things to different tempos. But like I said, as far as these go, you want to know where the root notes are for each position, okay? And that way you can move it in and out of different keys. To give you a really quick example, so if I play position 1 again, which starts on an E, there's another E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's your starting point again, there's your root note, there's another root note. So let's say you want to move that down into the key of D. Well, find a D on the guitar and so the shape, the guitar is all about shapes. The shape itself was position 1. So don't get confused with, I was playing position 5 from E minor pentatonic. No, you're playing position 1 of D minor pentatonic because you're using the shape 1. Let's say you want it even lower, so you want it down in B. Here's B. You want something a little odd, let's say G sharp or A flat. See, finish on the root note, sounds finished. So we'll leave it there for today, but like I said, practice with a metronome, take your time, go as slow as you have to go, not as fast as everyone else is going, okay? You find a speed that you're comfortable with because you're what's important here. And even like I've said to some other students, play with your breathing. One note in, one note out, and just take your time. Say the notes to yourself as you play them. And look, you're learning music, you're learning an instrument. This is not a race. It's just about taking your time and getting comfortable, okay? So, look, I really hope that helps you out. Learn your scales up and back down the neck. And just play. In the next video, I'm going to demonstrate some easy licks, some bending and perhaps some tapping. So I'm going to show you like an easy lick and a more difficult lick. So we'll get into that next time. In the meantime, see ya.